Roll dice, be nice, and stay tuned. This is the Live to Die podcast.
So a lot of information came out the last episode. What does everyone think about that?
I don't even want to play anymore.
Because it's so good?
All right, well, should we pack up and go home?
It definitely seems like at least one of us is on a suicide mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Feels like there's not going to be a completely happy ending for sure.
Do we have to commit a murder?
I mean...
Like, do we have to kill that poor bird man?
This is one of the things that's difficult about playing a character. Well, yeah. So I was going to say that like it's a hard thing about playing a character like Val because I don't want to do that. Like I like the Kenzen character. It's so sad that we might have to kill him, but like Val totally would.
Just when Dro started to like you.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's what he's like. You know, I was sent on this mission. I guess I do have to complete.
I guess I do have to kill her now.
Yeah.
And then the last episode is just a battle royale between Val and Dro.
That would be cool.
But
Fox flies in out of nowhere and is like, ha.
I've got Watson, all right?
Yeah. He can turn into a dragon. That's true.
He can turn into a dragon.
You're
Heal
assuming
me all day.
Watson makes it out of this
That's true.
That's the thing is like we might not even have an epilogue because I'm also worried about this three-faced regent. Like I don't know if we're even going to make it to the Conqueror Worm.
come on. What's the worst that could happen?
A TPK.
Yeah, that is pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
TPK. All right, everyone. We're starting Kingmaker later this afternoon. Get those characters done now.
TPK at the end of before you even get to the boss.
And the last episode is just the Conqueror Worm winning and taking over everything.
Honestly, if that happens, we should keep that. Like if I've always wondered like what happens if somebody loses.
Yeah, if you fail the game.
And I think if I was the GM, I would be like, you lost.
That planet's gone now.
Yeah, this is so the Conqueror Worm takes over everybody, and
it's kind of the point of it being
New
a game
heroes
and
have
not
to
just a
emerge.
story, right?
Yeah.
Is like there's the real possibility of failure.
I definitely agree with that. I think from what I've read through in like all the Paizo fluff books, the Age of Omens books, I think they're called. I have one right in front of me. What's it saying in the back? Lost Omens, all the Lost Omens books.
Yeah.
Most of them presume success of the different adventures and APs, but leave it vague. But I think you're right. Like in our world, if you all die, our next adventure is like, Galt.
What happened to Galt?
It is interesting. Although it is funny you say that though, Jane, of like, wow, like the end of this. Because just the other night, you and I were talking about how I love nothing more than a really, really unresolved, bleak ending to a story.
up top.
Yeah.
Oh man, I want my fiction to have a tidy little cleaned up ending where everybody, all the good guys win kind of thing. James and I could not be more, we are not ever rooting for more different things when we watch something together.
Yeah. Sometimes if like a Deus Ex Machina like saves somebody in a movie where typically the ending is nice, I'm like, come on.
Yep.
You have the one chance to make this movie good.
I feel like if they want to be able to succeed, they have to have given up something horrible in order for it to happen.
I'm with you.
What's wrong with all of you?
I mean,
Who hurt
I
you?
want the good to
Society.
win in the end, but like I think that's got to come with the toll. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So speaking of tolls,
Well,
So we're going to let Fox die. Fox is the toll.
I think for me, the fun thing about playing this game, and I will say that when I read through this adventure, and I was like, I want to run this so badly. It has everything I like in stories. And one of those things was that like, okay, now there's this, what do we do about Kenzen? Because I'm sure you've all pieced together that like, maybe this is also something that could happen to any of you.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I still remember when I first started looking at this, when I was talking with a couple of friends of mine about this story, who actually listened to the podcast really kindly now. And I was talking about how like, there's a non-zero chance that if you look at this, I don't know how it's going to end, but there's a chance that it might end with one person in the party having to fight the rest as like the last bit. And I think that's something you've all realized that like, it might jump into one of you if you get succumbed to that touch.
So here's kind of the other thing. Like, I don't know that we necessarily have a grasp on what it takes to get like touched by the worm, you know?
Don't.
And upon re-listening, I realized that Kenzen said something to us when we found him about they were talking about a ritual. So the thing I'm actually scared about is like fighting those last 2 worm prophets, because I feel like that's where they're going to like somehow get us with this ritual or like infect one of us towards the end, you know, because it's like, I think that while they had Kenzen, they, you know, dragged him into the ritual in some way that we haven't been yet. But I think that's the real danger that we're going to face is fighting those 2.
We said that like one of the other priests was like we saw through his eyes briefly as he was dying, right?
Yep, the one that you killed already.
So yeah, I assume that the other 2, since we can see through their eyes as well, yeah, they're probably going to try and put something on us.
Sorry, I have dark humor. I'm imagining that guy dying and looking over at his friend who's a worm and just being like, oh.
What the fuck?
This is so ironic.
I just wonder how a DM makes that choice. You know, like if it comes down to like you just have to pick.
Which one of us does he like the least?
Right. No, I mean,
Sorry, Jane.
Roll that D4. I mean, that's what I do.
I mean, I think, yeah, but maybe not. I mean, maybe it just depends on who the biggest threat is in the moment, or you know what dictates that. I'm very curious to see what that is.
Yeah, or possibly it's like I said, something that we don't even know how that works. Like maybe there's certain skills that somebody has, or like one game that I love that we played recently, Delta Green, which is super fun. But there was this really cool mechanic where it was like you go into this haunted house basically, and the lower your sanity in the game, which is typically a bad thing,
right,
the less you're affected by the haunting going on in the house, because you have like
seen some shit.
You've seen some shit, and you're also just kind of like, oh yeah, like I see crazy things all the time. Like maybe it's real, maybe it's not. So you're like less impacted. And I love when like the character stats kind of impact who gets affected by something in ways that you don't necessarily expect.
So what I'll say is you've learned about an ability of this creature, but without showing you any details, this is the 2-page spread for that fight and just that creature.
You're going to have a lot of Post-it notes for that.
I'm going to have so many Post-it notes. But like, so there's more at play than just this ability you've learned.
Yeah.
So I think that's
Yay.
that's what's going to be fun. And you're right. Like there are some things behind the scenes, both motivation, plot, and mechanics that can all play into sort of how that goes. But right now, all of you don't actually have this information. The only person who's actually seen this is Drosharis.
Mm-hmm. And we're in the room with a very kindly gentleman.
Little 3-face regent.
I think that we'll have to post a picture of this creature or this mini or something, because I truly think this is the scariest looking thing we have ever played against.
It's like something out of Diablo.
It's pretty awful.
I'm so much more scared of this than the worm, honestly.
It kind of looks like 3 like predator heads.
Yeah.
Stuck to one
insect body?
Crabby insect body.
Yep.
With spider webs connecting the heads.
Yeah, it's quite horrific.
We did a
Like a
whole
better description now than we did when we saw it.
Yeah.
Well, and part of it is we have the pawn there, and I got to say, I understand why Paizo is no longer producing the pawn sets. I'm really glad I had a chance to grab a lot of the pawn sets while they were still there. And I'm really stoked that like the next game that we'll probably be playing for as long as we get to play, given how long a 6-book AP is, there's a pawn set out for it, and I grabbed that too. Because it's really fun for me to see this giant pawn on the table with the art. Now, the art that's on there is the art that's in Bestiary 3. That's for sort of just the generic Kim and Hull, I think they're called. They're a form of Sakils. We have some different art for this specific one, 3-faced regent, in which the faces are a little more like sort of almost like petrified or preserved human faces.
And they've kind of got like horn crowns.
Yep, crowns of like thorny horns almost.
Yeah.
And 3-faced regent, which is I love that it has a name that doesn't follow any of our conventions for naming, because it would just be very different.
I also wonder what it's the regent for.
Oh, he told you that he's a minor lord.
Yeah.
Back where he comes from in the ethereal, in a small part of the ethereal plane dedicated to fear and all that fun stuff.
Well, it's time to depose him.
Yeah.
We just need a 3-pronged guillotine.
Yeah.
3. Yeah. Or they say like a really big trident.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
So I want to talk, though, not about where you are, but about where one of you was years ago. I think we've established this to be maybe 20, 30 years, about 20 years in the past, I think, if I have my timelines correct. So I want us to come up in the room of an opulent, Bruce Wayne type manor. It's big, it's old, it's seen better days. It's well kept up, but it isn't a modern style. And I think the camera's going to start down a long, empty hallway. And you can just kind of hear through a door, cling, clang, step, 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 cling, clang, clang, ching, poof, 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 poof. The camera does sort of a long rail shot going in, almost like following if someone were to be walking. And it turns, and you can see through the open doors two silhouettes. A sort of broader shouldered, masculine silhouette, and then a smaller, like a child. And they are going back and forth. You're watching almost like some Jedi stuff, like a sword, each of them 2 swords, one on each hand, ting, 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 like almost a rhythm, a drum beat to the back and forth, the parry, the counterattack, the parry, the counterattack. And in all of this rhythm, the older figures, you're kind of starting to come in. You can see the camera moving around now, and you see a young Val, 11, 12, 13 years old, like a tween-aged Val. Hair's in a braid, sweat, just sticking in the hair, or little bits of hair she doesn't have in the braid, right to her head. She's trying to keep the blades up. And across from her is an older man. And I don't just mean oh, look he's a distinguished gentleman. I mean, he's gotta be getting close to 60s, but nothing in his movements sort of seem to show age wearing on him. And he's moving back and forth. In the middle of it, while Val is struggling as much as she can to keep up with it, he's barely breaking a sweat. And after one of the attacks, he just looks to her and asks, "Tell me, what have you learned of he who walks in blood?" Ting, 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 ting.
He's the god of assassins, the god of those who keep the balance.
He sort of shink, pulls one of the blades off to the side for a moment in a flourish, right as she's sort of saying that, stabs the other one into her shoulder, and then kicks her down to the ground. Oh! And just never let yourself be distracted. Oh, wait, he'd be French. Never let yourselves be distracted. A checker hunts down those who seek a god's power unjustly. Forget that not. I train you so that you may become powerful in order to curb false power. This is your purpose. He raises the saber again, going to drive the other one straight into Val's opposite shoulder. But it's right at that moment that Val whips something out from behind her back and points up at him, this engraved pistol right at his chest. He just sort of stops. Well, why did you find such a unique piece of technology?
I found it in Latron.
He reaches down, picks up the pistol, sort of between his fingers, never letting go of the sawtooth saber in the hand as he looks at it. Turns it to the light, looks at it more closely, and it's sort of right at that moment, while he's looking at it, that Val just contracts and springs up from the ground, almost like a viper, and shoves a dagger that she's pulled from also behind her back, just to the hilt, right into his leg.
Never let yourself get distracted.
And then smiles, blood just pouring down his leg. Good. At least you're learning. He hands the pistol back to a servant who sort of appears almost out of nowhere with a silver tray. Fetch me the healer, he says before he walks out of the room, leaving her alone there. Kind of pan out through one of the windows, and you see this ancient, almost Gothic-looking manor on a hillside. Zooming out more, it goes back to the map level. You can just see, on an Indiana Jones-style map, that it's in Galt. Zooming back in on Galt as the time changes, all of a sudden it's focusing in on Latron. It goes in. You can see the small area of Latron, the citadel up on the monastery, up on the hill above town. You goes through a giant hole where the roof used to be. You can see the remains of meteors and rafters all through it. Spirals down steps deeper and deeper into the ground through these ancient old rooms lit by oddly flickering torches, through a room of pitch black darkness, down another hallway. The camera again almost seemed to move through a door slowing down at this point. A single pillar. An obelisk stands in the middle of a room. Drosharis, one hand touching it. Val helping to perform the ritual. Fox doing his best on this violin. And across from all of them, the other side of the pillar, is this giant, three-faced fiend of fear, a regent in his own lands. Drosharis, it's at that moment you come back to. It's been seconds, but it felt like years for you. All this knowledge.
Drosharis looks around the room and kind of takes him a minute to remember like where he is. Feels like he's been on a journey for years. Finally focuses on the other characters, and this is far worse than we might have originally thought.
Oh, joy.
And Drosharis tells you about the transformation and what happens, and the
Three-Face kind of perks up.
Yeah.
So it did work for you, then.
Drosharis kind of looks at the regent and then turns back and explains, I believe one of our friends is already cursed.
And Watson would be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Not you, Watson. This is different.
Oh, okay.
Kenzin.
The bird?
When one of the effects this has is to transfer itself into the next host. And the worm has already chosen Kenzin as its next host.
Oh, dear.
I think Val is going to also kind of side-eye Watson, because all we really know is that Watson's mind is inhabited by something else also.
Yes, Burberry.
The rhino. I will also note, Jason, that sort of what you've learned gives you a... So you've been trying to kill the worm prophets because you know that the ritual they're working on is expediting the plans of the Conqueror Worm. You would also now additionally know that they are potential escape vectors. So there's now sort of the double urgency for finding these other worm prophets, because not only are they helping to expedite whatever the worm is helping to accomplish across Galt, but if you don't take care of them, then they are just other potential vectors.
But
for
here's
the
the
Conqueror
thing.
Worm to escape.
If we kill the Conqueror Worm and it escapes into a vector, if there's the two remaining worm prophets and Kenzin, that's 3 possible vectors. And if it chose one of the worm prophets instead of Kenzin, we wouldn't have to kill him. But, I mean, I guess it would just hop between them the more we kill them. But, like, if we kill those 2 worm prophets ahead of time, that leaves only Kenzin. Unless it's like one of us gets touched by it or is and we don't know.
Oh, no.
It's tricky. I mean, it's tricky because I wonder if do they know that they're going to be a vessel potentially for this worm? And I mean, is that something they signed up for? I mean, I guess I would assume so, but you know what I mean?
Are we 10,000% sure that Kenzin is a good guy?
No.
I like him.
He has helped us quite a bit.
But have we been tricked? Is he secretly worshipping this worm along with these other prophets?
As a follower of Pharasma, I don't believe that's possible for him.
Unless he's faking his...
I have the ability to pretend I'm part of a faith in which I'm not.
He's a phony Pharasman.
A feathered phony Pharasman.
As you guys are saying this, Drosharis kind of picks his executioner sword up and he's like holding it in his hands like this, looking at it. Well then, I guess we'll have to do what we have to do when we find him.
Oh no.
Did you tell us the thing about going to another plane?
Yep.
Well, if he's so innocent,
I told you all of it.
If he's so innocent, then just send him to another plane. And then I think Val will make like eye contact with Drosharis and then like look back towards the regent.
And he's been listening this whole
and
time.
She's just going to be like, in the meantime, I fucking hate Sackills, and take a shot at the
damn.
regent.
Well, at least we talked to it for a while first.
All
Just
right.
jump right in.
Well, roll for initiative.
Oh, man.
So this is going to be...
Fucking Val.
Way to go, Val.
So actually, here's the thing I want you to do, Jane. We're going to... we're going to take kind of a new little thing on this. This is how I want to do it. This is not strictly in the rules.
Okay.
I want you to roll initiative with an attack roll.
Oh.
Because you are starting the fight by just drawing and shooting.
I love it.
And so
that works for me.
Attack roll?
Yeah, I think so.
That's cool. I like that.
And
cool.
Here's the other thing that I'll let you do. I will let you, because it sounds like you were planning this.
Mm-hmm.
I will let you count this as having, what's it called when you study your foe?
Oh, like a lead? Or
no,
a stratagem?
You did not set this 3 faces your lead at
I
any
think
point.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, while we were in here, like when we first came in.
Yeah, so it's your lead. So basically, basically what I'm saying is this roll, if it is a hit, you will get to apply all of your strategic strike damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, this will both be your initiative roll.
Okay.
And the first action on your first turn of combat will be this attack that you rolled for your initiative.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, it's a 44.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So we can write that down. 44
attack
for
is
Val.
like much better than my perception, so
it often is, but I felt like this was kind of a very cool, because I know the idea behind the structure for using different things for initiative is that it should sort of match how combat starts.
Well, and honestly, it's not that dramatic. My perception is a 27 and my attack is a 31. So it's like a little bonus, but not insane.
It's not insane, but it is. I think it feels very thematic because you are going to just shoot first to start this combat. Anyone else got initiative ready?
Yeah.
What do you got?
43.
Damn, okay.
34.
34, wow. Okay.
42.
Oh. So here's the thing, Val. You are the fastest of all your allies, but you got faster than old 3-faced Regent. So you draw the pistol, you go to, and in the time it takes you for it to clear your pistol to clear the holster. And maybe there's even that little, maybe it's even the exact same way you drew it in that flashback. You whip it out from behind your back. But this thing it's not human. This thing is faster than almost anything else you've encountered. This is a minor noble from lands beyond our own.
Weird.
Yep. So this thing has so many fucking... Oh, God. All right, here's the deal. So the first thing it does is it contorts its faces, presenting itself to all enemies as a terrifying and traumatic display. So, right off the bat, here's the deal. I'm going to need everyone to go ahead and give me a will save.
Come on, man.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Lovely.
How fucking great is that? Ugh. And then it's just going to get to do some really fun shit. I'm so excited. It also has a lot of spells, so I'm going to have to really pick, you know? All right, who's got some
Yeah, you do.
Who's got some will saves down? Trent, you're already smiling. What do you got for a will save?
46.
Ooh, nice.
All right, that's a success.
So it's a crit success.
Oh, that's important.
Yep.
You are unaffected. Anyone else got their saves finished?
42?
All right, that's a success. Do you have resolve? Does it become a crit success?
I think resolve is the one I do not have.
That's what I thought, but you are a fighter, and this is a fear effect. And don't you have bravery, which reduces anytime you gain the fear condition by 1?
Mm-hmm.
So this is divine, emotion, enchantment, fear, incapacitation. But sorry, folks, you're not high level enough to have it count as better. Jane, what'd you get?
38.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Is that a fail?
Yeah. That
Okay,
is.
so I also have grit and tenacity. So when I fail a fort or a will save, I can re-roll with a +2 bonus.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Was it once per day or just period?
Once an hour.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's right, because you made the joke, how many times a day can you do that? And Jason's like, well, at that point, 24.
24.
What is...
I got a 40.
Okay, that is a failure.
Wow.
Oh, man, I was
think it's
close,
a
huh?
fail.
All right, so let's... Well, James,
43
that's
for
a
the reroll.
success, and you do have resolve, correct?
Yes.
So you...
I have greater resolve.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
So do you have greater resolve as well?
No.
All right, so...
What does that do?
I think it makes crit failures just become failures.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's like one step above, one next step up.
So
Just regular resolve over here.
Jane, or Val and Watson, you're fine. This is terrifying, but it doesn't affect you. Drosharis, you succeed, but not critically, correct?
Correct.
And so you would normally become frightened 3.
Okay.
But you're a fighter, you have bravery, so you reduce frightened conditions by 1. There's a rule for that. Frightened is narratively what it sounds like. You're afraid. The thing about a frightened condition is it is a penalty to basically everything equal to the value. Your AC, your attacks, your DCs, everything. And it goes away 1 at the end of each round. It degrades pretty quickly. Okay, because you failed, Fox.
Yeah.
You are frightened 3.
Okay.
And you are fleeing.
Yep.
Super.
No.
For as long as you're frightened. Even after recovering from the initial experience, this trauma will be lodged in your mind for a year.
Oh.
Damn.
Wow.
And once per day, I'm just going to go ahead and read this because it's fun. Once per day, Three-Face Regent will be able to telepathically communicate with you for a minute.
No.
You guys better kill him.
Now we're gonna
Wait,
leave.
wasn't there a joke about how one of Watson's medical degrees is like a psychology degree?
Psych degree?
Yeah, Watson actually can help treat
I can reduce
the frightened
frightened,
condition.
In fact, I can
If you
reduce
can
it by
catch
2.
me.
Watson does go before you in the turn.
Fox, where are you going?
Fox run over. Fox, tell me about your relationship with your father. How does this make you feel? All right.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
So this thing contorts its faces. All of that horrible shit happens to you. Thank God none of you critically failed. I should say thank the gods, because that's a whole thing, and I'm just not ready for that kind of moment. All right. And this thing has so much reach, but not enough. So it is then going to scuttle across the room with its crazy, weird legs until the point it is 15 feet away from Watson and Fox.
We never really did put our pieces where they go.
You're all over on the side of the room. I guess we're going to stick with that now.
I was going to imagine I was next to the obelisk.
Yeah, put yourself up near the obelisk, but otherwise
That makes sense.
everyone else is kind of there.
Yeah.
So it moves to that point. Well, in that case, actually, it would have done it still would move in order to have kind of battlefield control there.
Mm-hmm.
So Val, it sees you drawing the pistol. It contorts all of its faces into something just inhumanly terrifying and just rushes towards you as you're drawing. It's your turn.
Cool.
You already have your attack rolled.
Yeah, 44.
Oh. That's a miss.
Damn it.
Boy.
And it's, imagine like as it's scuttling, it just dodges the bullet as it flies in.
Ugh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I'm so fucking excited for this fight.
We're going to have to rest after this.
Yeah, yeah.
You all just rested.
I know.
All right, Val, you got 2 actions left.
Yeah.
Fires the shot off.
Wow, that sucks.
How exciting is this? Is this some end of a campaign level boss stuff?
Here's the thing. I realize that this could be like a disaster, but I just don't see how we could let it just go away and have all this knowledge and like do the thing. Anyway, Val is going to reload and strike again.
Okay.
Shoot again.
Wow. Second attack penalty. Here we go.
Yeah.
What's it going to be?
Okay. Hold on.
On deck, Watson.
Oh,
And you
man.
notice Dro is seems to affect Dro. Fox. Like this is haunting.
Yeah, it's going to be a miss.
I'm pale AF.
All right, that's your turn.
It's
And
like
now
a light blue.
Yeah. Definitely not dark blue.
it's now Watson's turn.
Okay. So Watson has a couple things. So he can, for 2 actions, he can stride and administer first aid.
Okay.
And with advanced first aid, he can reduce the frightened or sickened condition value by 2. The DC is the same as the effect causing the condition.
Yep.
So it's probably pretty high.
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
But for 2 actions, he will stride over to Fox.
Oh, yeah. Oh, actually, you know what? I did forget to do this. Val, a patch for your flashback.
Oh, thank you.
It's lovely
Thanks for
flashbacks.
writing in. And I know, go ahead and doing some check research before you wrote that.
Thank you.
There's a someone over 30 you can trust patch.
Oh, yes. And it's got a plane on it.
The Flying Super Fortress, the B-52. All right, so Watson strides over. It administers therapy.
All right, here we go. Medicine check, I assume, for
Yep.
Got
administer
this.
first aid.
Got it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Oh, is that?
That was a 6, so it would have been like a 40, which is, I think, what you got to fail.
40, yeah.
All right, so Jared just turned in a no mistakes, only happy accidents patch.
Patch turned in.
Our patch collection's really growing nicely. Big fan.
Yeah.
This is much better.
Oh.
That is a 50.
Oh, that's a success. So what happens on a success?
So his frightened condition should go down by 2.
Okay, so you'll be frightened 1. So you'll flee for 1 turn.
Okay.
Oh, and you know
So
what
that
you're fleeing
was a big
into,
deal.
Fox?
Yeah, I want to know if I'm fleeing forward or backwards.
Well, the only way you know out of here. Oh no, you did find a secret door. So there's a secret door to the north of you, and then there's the door you came in back towards the magical trap room.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Excellent.
God.
Also, there's this weird alcove where we heard like scary, whispery voices.
Yeah, that's true.
Go in there. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, nothing bad.
All right, Watson, that's 2 actions.
I think for the third action,
Dun, dun.
whose turn is after mine?
Dro.
He'll cast guidance on Dro.
Fuck yeah.
Sweet.
All right, Droshars. And look, I went ahead and busted out even more of the official Paizo Pathfinder combat pad. I have little arrows now to denote turns. I can put little writing condition things.
Ooh,
I'm so
fancy.
excited for this. Yeah, it's the dumbest thing that I've bought, but it's if you're running an in-person game and you're not using like a laptop for initiative, these dry erase initiative pads are the best like $15 I've ever spent.
They're pretty cool.
All right, Drosharis, it's your turn. You explicitly were talking about holding and looking down at your executioner's blade. This thing is 10 feet. 5 feet. It is 15 feet away from you on the other side of the obelisk. And it is charging at your friends. Well, it's sort of like scuttled over to them.
Joshar is going to move the 15 feet,
Yep.
get close.
Provoke that attack of opportunity.
Yep, that's what happens.
Oh. It does, in fact, AOO strike at you.
Let's do this.
I was saying as a joke, and I was like, oh, wait, no shit, I have that highlighted here in my notes. All right. Time for me to bust out the headlopper die.
Oh, I don't like that.
Yeah, that sounds...
All right, hear me out. 40 to hit.
You lucky son of a bitch.
Does that hit?
Because of my
Because of
frightened
frightened,
Oh.
Oh, wait, you're frightened? Okay,
Yeah.
because you're frightened, it has a special ability where if the AOO is against someone who's frightened, it gets 2 attacks.
Okay.
Oh no.
Ooh.
This is really bad.
This is really bad. That was a very, very low roll that just hit. So this other one might... No, it will be... And I have clarified this. All attacks of opportunity are not intrinsically made always at the top number. If you make multiple AOOs, from my understanding of the rules, multiple attack penalty comes into play
That should, yeah.
inside of that.
I would think so.
And at least that's certainly the way I'm going to play it. I know some of you could potentially have multiple AOOs, so that's the way I'm going to play it. Jason's over there like, who, me?
Oh, what
All
are
right.
you talking about?
So let's go ahead and roll some damage. Jesus, I didn't think I was going to have to use these dice today. I had all my D6s
man,
set
shut
but we're moving up to the D12s, which means
Gross.
God damn it. And you know what, Jason? In addition to the D12s, it does 3d6 of evil damage.
Nice. Well, negative is what I do.
Yeah, but are
Oh.
you good?
Yes,
Oh, you are good
I
aligned?
think so.
Is
No.
it-
No.
See, I'm making too many characters at the moment.
Yeah.
Because like, I know many of you
Chaotic
are not
neutral.
good aligned. And
Yeah.
so actually,
I don't
Duck-
think anybody besides Watson is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
chaotic
no,
neutral.
I'm neutral.
The entire moral character of this campaign is
Yeah.
resting on Watson's
I'm
shoulders.
lawful neutral.
no pressure.
I'm straight up evil.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first hit is 36 points of piercing damage,
Okay.
and you're ducking the 3d6 points of evil damage.
Did you say 36?
Yes. Oh, no, wait, sorry. I rolled its jaws. I'm so sorry. Oh, God. This is all about to get really bad.
Oh, man.
Got
So-
bit by one of the faces?
Yeah, so no. This is claws. It's because it's AOOs. It's explicitly, claw strikes. So, let me reroll that damage. Sorry about that, Jason. You might have more health after this. Okay. Yeah, sure. Whew, okay, 23. So that is going to be somewhat less damage. It's going to be 31 points of damage.
Okay.
You are going to duck the you're going to duck the evil damage,
Mm-hmm.
and it does have improved grab,
Okay.
which means it can grab you as a free action.
Wonderful.
Dude, this thing's a fighter. It has 2 AOOs and improved grab. Holy crap.
Welcome to a 20th level fiend.
Oh,
Oh no.
All right, so that's the first claw strike. Second claw strike coming in. Map is going to be a thing here, but that's still going to come out of 49 to hit.
Crit.
Yeah, especially because it's grabbed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I would just like to remind everyone that I sent a message to the Psychopumps before this and said, please help us again.
They're like, I'm sorry, you get one per adventure.
SOS. Biggest sack hill ever.
Okay, so far less damage on this next one.
Good.
Oh, wait, sorry, it's a crit. But it,
I was going to say, how does that work?
I'm like, good.
Crit me every time,
take
bro.
it. But it'll come out to 58 points of damage.
Okay.
That's not far less. That's far more.
No, but if you realize that was double, think about how much that should have been. Yeah, 58, you duck the evil. It does not grab with the second claw because it's just going to keep you in one, although it does have like so many arms. All right, so you've now moved up. It's
my turn. Fuck.
Yeah, it's still your turn.
You do have guidance.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you got to call that before you use it if you want to
Using
throw it
guidance.
on. Yep. All right, Executioner Sword. What do you got?
A natural one.
Oh
No.
Wait. I have a
Okay.
patch.
Yeah.
We're patching it.
Patch it.
Oh, okay.
Wow, this is awkward.
All right, you know what? Patch sound.
Mucho better.
All right.
How's a... Let's write that one down too. So
And don't forget you've got Frightened 2 on you, so you're at a minus 2 on this attack.
48.
Oh, that's a hit, though. That's
Okay.
definitely
Nice.
a hit.
Nice.
Yeah, even with Frightened, I mean, this is going to be... God, this is going to be the whole party coming together on this one. I'm so excited for this fight. All right, roll some damage. Let's talk about this thing's resistances.
30 points of damage
Okay.
plus 1 point of fire.
And as we've noted, because it's greater fire, flaming rune, it ignores any fire resistance.
Mhm.
But all of that goes through. How much damage was that again?
30 plus 1.
30,
so 31.
31. All right. That all goes through. You slice into this thing.
And I'm going to grab him.
Okay.
They're wrestling.
Two can play at this game.
We're doing like the handshake, the grab your wrist
yeah.
handshake.
Now, do you have giant Titan Wrestler?
Uh-huh.
Because you can usually wrestle up to one size category larger than
Uh-huh.
you. This is 2 size categories larger.
Uh-huh.
But fucking Drosharis has nothing but a history for grappling sack hills.
And tripping him onto the ground.
Yeah, this thing doesn't have a fly speed. All right, go for the grab. I've got this thing's stats. Because
No combat grab, it's free.
no, that was your attack. You did the
attack
the
and then
grabbing
one
strike or
free-handed
whatever.
grab,
Yeah. Okay. So this is against his reflex DC. I've got that number. Now this is with your multiple attack penalty, so you're gonna take a -5 on this. We're doing math.
It's free.
Yeah, but you're still
There's
at the
no
minus.
roll.
Yeah. Oh.
There's no... If I hit him,
Oh,
it
that's
grabs.
right. Because you're a fucking fighter. So
Yeah.
you grab into this. You strike. You get a grab in. So you've moved. You've attacked.
And grabbed. That's it.
Oh, it's an action now.
It's an action to grab.
Nice.
Yeah, it's automatic hit, but it's an action to spend.
I fucking
So it kind of
love
weighs
using
itself out.
action as an economy when you're like, I don't know that I can roll this, but I'll spend the third
Yeah,
action.
probably not going to hit him on that third strike in
Okay.
this combat, but...
So end of your turn, your Frightened 2 goes down to Frightened 1.
Okay.
All right, Fox, it is your turn. I went ahead and I already have, I believe, Fleeing
Great.
looked up or noted down, but it's pretty straightforward. You do exactly... You know what, though?
Read it out.
You are forced to run away due to fear or some other compulsion. On your turn, you must spend each of your actions trying to escape the source of the fleeing condition as expediently as possible, such as by using move actions to flee or opening doors barring your escape. The source is usually the effect or the caster, yada yada yada. You cannot delay or ready while fleeing. So that's it. You just have to get away from the thing that's scaring you, which is
Right.
this creature.
I'm going back to the door.
All right. So what's the distance from you to that door that you all came in? We're doing some counting. All right. Jason's moving you over there.
How much was that?
How far was that?
40.
40. So is that 2 movement actions
2
for you?
movement actions.
And then your third action would be to open the door, and that's your turn.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck.
You're so scared your halberd tip broke off. Bro.
Yeah, we'll glue it back on.
It's all right. I got a second one. We're fine.
All right, so you move him over there. You run over to pull open the door. You get there, and then your one fright fear condition goes away. And you're like, oh. I don't know what. Actually, I mean, we can joke about you. Oh no, but like, I have to imagine this is the like, are we running? And I don't know. What do you think is Fox's emotional thing that brings you back?
I'm running, so everyone else is going to run with me. And then I think he gets to the door and opens it, and he looks back over his shoulder, and no one else is running, and he's like, "Shit, we got to fight this thing." All right.
So it is now.
Get your ass in here, Fox.
It is now
just setting up for a tactical strike.
It's part of my strategy.
It is now the three-faced regent's turn. At the start of his turn, you see the wound you inflicted on him, Drosharis, begin to stitch back together.
Oh, crap.
We should leave.
Dude, fuck this dude.
Now,
If only there was like a good caster in our party.
oh, actually, I should say,
That'd
Jane,
be nice.
you would have gotten a free recall knowledge on this thing.
Oh, right.
What's your religion bonus? At this point, I'm making so many religion checks. We should just write
25.
this one down. Okay. Yeah, you don't learn anything on that one.
Once again, you don't learn anything.
Surprise.
Which is just mostly that, like, you're sort of like quickly you're focusing on drawing. You don't know that's sort of undoable. Okay, it's its turn. Its skin starts to stitch back up. Drosharis, it has you grabbed. It is going to claw strike. Okay, that's going to be a 44 to hit.
Hit.
Okay, and I explicitly did say claws and not jaw. So let me go ahead and look. I'm still seeing how much stupid amounts of damage. This thing does a lot of damage, but it's not a crit. Oh, I rolled pretty... actually, no, I rolled really good. Okay, so that's... You know what? I need that. 40 points of slashing damage. And ignore the evil. It's going to try to hit you with a second claw. Second attack penalty here. 40 to hit.
Hit.
Oh, because grab?
Yep.
I was like, oh, but you're not frightened anymore. But grab. All right.
Ooh.
Okay. That's a... Man, I'm just trading on these rolls. So, 8, 12, 18. That's going to be another 40 points of damage.
Okay.
And then for its final action...
Damn.
It's going to use the ability Rend.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
And
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I
A Rend entry lists a strike the monster has. Requirements. The monster hits the same enemy with 2 consecutive strikes of the same kind, which in this case is its claw. And the effect is now the monster will automatically deal that damage again to the enemy without having to roll an attack. So basically, for its third action, it won't roll. It's just going to do automatic damage.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's really, really cool. And that's another 40 points of damage.
Nice.
Drosharis, are you okay?
No.
The fact that your neutral is really coming in handy, because that's another 96 damage you ducked
I'm
this turn.
alive because of that.
We've got to keep Watson away from this thing.
All
Because
right,
he's the only good one.
Val, it is now your turn. Oh, I will also say its fear ability it used. After it's been used, all of you are temporarily immune to that ability for 10 minutes.
Cool.
Does it still have a hold of me?
Yes, because it has improved grab and it hit with a strike, so it maintained that grab on you, and it just starts tearing apart at your chest.
Yikes.
Like almost like watching the way like a spider like webs something up. It's that, but just ripping you apart.
Nice.
I hate that.
All right, Val.
Okay, so Val's going to do something I haven't done a lot, and...
Are you doing your free...
give me a minute.
Oh, okay.
Stop. Val is going to click her heels together and activate the boots of speed that she has. When I activate these, which I can do once a day by interacting with them,
Is it an action or a free action to activate them?
It is an action.
Okay.
And I gain the quickened condition for 1 minute, which means that I have an extra action, which I can use to stride, climb, or swim.
Okay.
So I'm going to do that so that I have, free movement, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I have that for a minute. So that's one action. She's going to reload and then take her free stratagem roll because Regent is the lead.
Yeah.
And I think I will take that roll and take the shot.
Okay, well, let me go ahead and roll your free recall knowledge. Okay, what would you like to... What question do you want to ask about it? What's he interested in?
Maybe resistances?
Yeah,
Or immunity
resistances.
is one of those two.
Okay, so you think it's probably going to be resistant to like a lot of, because it has so much control over fear. You kind of piece together it's probably fear effects will not be good on it. And you also feel like something about it and like the amount of like skeletal influence in it, you also feel like you're kind of piecing some bits together. Maybe it's some pharasma stuff touching in that things with death effects probably would not work against it.
Gotcha.
So death and fear.
So Val will relay that information. And then the stratagem roll with the pistol is a 46 to hit.
Okay. Awesome. That will be a hit.
Sick. Okay. And that is 39 points of damage.
Nice. Okay, so pistol slams into it. You have 2 actions left now, right? One of which has to be a move.
No, because I did interact and I did a stratagem.
But you said
the stratagem is free. I reloaded and took the shot, though.
So you have a free movement action left from your boots.
Yes, so I'm going to just get farther away.
Okay. Which way you moving?
I'm
going to go...
I'm going to kind of like wrap around behind Watson.
Okay, so you'll run over
oh
behind
God, don't
Watson.
hide behind me.
All right. So, Watson, it is now your turn.
Okay. Watson is going to Doctor's Visitation, stride over to Drosharis, and Battle Medicine.
So as you stride over to Drosharis, you're going to... Now, you're not frightened, right?
No.
So you'll proc an AOO.
Okay.
Attacks coming in. Oh, shit.
Don't like that.
Okay. 57 to hit.
Miss.
Oh.
No, that is a critical hit for sure.
Crit.
God.
And because it's only one, yeah, it's gonna go for the bite.
Okay.
That's the D12s. I don't get to use those a lot, so I feel like it's fun.
No, don't bite me.
Get your backups ready.
Yeah, you got a character with that makes sense for how they're here and they're all rolled up and leveled up, right?
Yep.
Trust me, it would make sense.
He was the help that Val asked for.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 52. No, oh wait, are you good? You are good aligned, aren't you?
Definitely. Yeah.
So that's 52 points of piercing damage. And then 28 points of evil damage.
Ouchie.
Oof.
All right.
He bit me. He fucking bit me.
Josh is bleeding everywhere, and he's like, "Yeah, he does that."
But you actually haven't been bit. You've just been claw struck.
That's true.
You've been claw struck. Oh, Trent's super excited over there.
That was a 20.
Oh.
So that's going to double the dice.
Yeah, so that is 48 plus 65. Let me just roll some die here.
I think it's 117.
God, this is going to be a brutal fight. Oh, God. You're pretty down hit points, aren't you?
I have 69, which I think should be a hero patch, but...
So you get 76 back.
Okay.
All right, so that's 2 actions.
That was 1 action.
Oh, that's right, 'cause
Doctor's Visitation.
That's different than the first aid thing.
And he will turn in this motherfucker's face, because I'm like right next to it, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
How about a little fire breathing? Sound fun?
Hey.
So speaking of people who are in others' heads.
Yes. I have to find on my sheet where this is.
Yeah.
And
all right.
we'll find it. Okay. DC 40.
Oh, shit. Is that a reflex save?
Yep.
All right. Let's stick with the headlopper die.
I wish it wasn't called that.
I'm just really happy. So it makes it, but not critically. 43.
So I believe you take half damage.
Yep. Basic reflex save on that.
So this is 18d6.
Jesus. Trent, do you have enough d6?
I have a phone dice app.
Probably need that.
So here we go.
Be like an alms. Everyone pass around the dice tray, put your d6 is in.
I have 1.
That is 63 is full damage.
All right. So that's going to come out to 31 points of damage.
Yep.
All right. This thing's taking some hits. Okay. Drosharis. Your turn. Way to breathe some fire.
Of course.
I'm guessing that's a 2 action to breathe fire.
It is.
Yeah,
Yep.
so that's your whole turn.
Drosharis,
you are no longer frightened.
Mm-hmm. Drosharis wants to trip this guy.
I like it.
Because now my boy Watson's up here and I'm scared.
Okay.
Drosharis, he hurt me. Hurt him back.
So that's against... Trip is against reflex DC, right? Because is it grab, fortitude, trip, reflex, or is it inverse? Okay, go ahead and work on your athletics roll. Trent is rushing to look up trip, which I think grab is against fortitude and trip is against reflex.
Natural 20.
Hey,
Oh, shit.
Reflex.
Hit the button.
Oh, so it is against reflex.
Yep.
Critical hit.
Now, I will say, I know because I played a grabby rogue in a game, or a trip rogue. A crit success on a trip deals damage, right?
It does.
I think so. I don't know what the damage
Well,
is.
you know what?
1d6 bludgeoning.
How many?
1d6.
Hey, every
Fuck
little
yeah.
bit counts.
All right.
5.
Nice. He's like, ow.
So you just, while it has you grabbed and you're grabbing it, you just sweep its crab spider legs and just, I imagine it was like grab it by the tail and Mario to Bowser and like Mario 64 just slam him down to the ground.
Nice. I like that.
The ground shakes. That's one action in. It is now prone and flat-footed.
Yep.
Oh, that's a big win.
I'm a swing again.
Yeah, second attack penalty here, but you're no longer frightened, so
Correct.
you're at least getting to use your whole bonus.
Oh, no. That's 36.
Yeah, that's definitely a miss.
Yeah,
Yeah, one action left. What's it gonna be?
I will.
How are all the rest of you feeling in this
Scared.
fight?
Yeah.
Very scared.
Yeah.
I need to get out of being in its direct combat area.
Drosharis, with quick draw, pulls out a bottle
Okay.
and shakes it. And bright sunlight starts emitting from this bottle.
Oh shit.
I'm
Okay.
blind. I'm
Hey.
blind.
Well, to be fair, that doesn't need to be a quick draw. If that's on like a bandolier, I'm okay with you drawing it and activating it as an action.
Okay.
Basically, because
Okay,
quick
cool.
draw is explicitly part of strikes, but there's
Okay.
some rules around like bandoliers for access.
Okay, cool.
Where I'm okay with you drawing and shaking it.
Okay.
So you now count as being in daylight, don't you?
I do.
Very
All right.
cool, very
Hey,
cool.
Fox, your friends aren't fleeing.
Yeah, I noticed.
Fox, help.
Fox, where are you going?
You are an eagle knight.
How much damage have you taken? Dro, approximately.
Halfish?
Anyone else taking damage?
I mean, I've
Not
taken
yet.
a little bit, but I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm only a third down.
Change this.
One
If,
hit.
I feel like if Val takes one hit from this thing, she's
Oh, yeah.
going down. Like,
Yeah.
Val is a glass cannon.
yeah.
All right, I've got a plan, but I'm going to hold on to it for a moment.
I'm so fucking excited.
And I'm going to fly 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
So you fly straight towards the creature.
And then do I know if I invoke an attack? I saw an attack of opportunity happen.
Yeah.
Do I know if I invoke that attack of opportunity, does he have to let go of Dro?
He has enough arms where he can keep striking, but he has AOO'd this turn on Watson.
Oh, okay.
This
Yeah.
is such a sucky thing about a fantasy setting where it's like, oh, well, the thing you're fighting actually has 6 arms. So, sorry, guys.
Is an attack of opportunity trigger an attack of opportunity?
No, not unless you, not directly. It
Okay.
does not have the manipulate traits.
Okay.
All right, so you fly in. Oh, you fly around to the other side.
Yeah.
Oh, it is prone, so you could just fly straight over it and
Oh,
land.
I could. Okay.
Yep.
Then I can definitely get to that space then and flank.
So Fox just soars over this creature.
And then
lands.
I'll make a single. Ooh, oh
We're
no,
trying
no.
to balance
I'll use my focus point. I think it's just one.
We know Fox is flying.
Yeah, we're trying
Oh,
to
we
balance his
know.
mini on a die, and it's kicking all of our asses.
Yeah, it's harder than this fight.
Sorry,
right.
I'm trying to figure out if this is a single or double action thing. Give me 1 sec. It looks like 1. So I'm going to hasted assault, use a focus point,
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and that gives me 1 more attack action.
So you'll
So,
2 move actions over there,
2 move actions over there, hasted assault,
which is 1 action
and then I have an additional strike.
from hasted assault. But then
Correct.
in future turns, you'll just like Val. Basically, there's the tax to cast it on the first turn.
Yes, correct.
Cool. All right.
Attacking with
Yeah.
the extra.
The +4 pole
Yeah,
arm.
yeah, exactly. So we're
Jesus.
going.
All right, this thing's AC is lowered,
40,
and it's
41.
that's a miss.
All right.
As you stab down at it,
It didn't roll well.
twists
So.
away. All right, it's turn. Now I want to point something out. It doesn't seem to heal this turn.
Okay.
It's on the ground.
Oh.
It is.
I'm like, what's different?
Yeah.
I think the fire damage, but I don't know that for sure.
Okay.
You can use some recall knowledge checks.
I'll get a free one.
Yeah.
All right.
It probably won't work.
Yeah.
But
Because James
But I can't
rolls
attempt
so
it.
bad.
right.
No, you already.
But let's try.
You got one already. All right.
Raise your hand, so who's nervous?
Are we nervous?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I feel
Oh.
fine.
I'm nervous.
Cool.
I'm nervous.
All right.
Just because I feel like you guys are all going to give me so much shit for starting the fight if this goes badly.
Well, Val died. That was tragic, but I mean, she did kind of have it coming.
She started.
If Val goes down, we all need to run.
Wow.
All right, well,
Literally,
She's dead. Let's leave. Fuck it.
before we started
social
playing today,
shenanigan.
Watson was making jokes about killing Val. I was like, why does everybody want to kill Val?
You're the only evil character in our party. You know that, right?
No, you guys are like on the border.
That's fine.
that Mexican restaurant.
The border of evil, Trent.
So the first thing it's going to do is. This is going to be really interesting.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, me neither.
It is going to pop out of existence.
Oh.
This
Except
motherfucker.
it has a special ability called Snatch Between.
Mm.
When using Skip Between, the Kimenhole can bring along any creature that it has grabbed. Jane, you would just say it.
No.
No.
Nope, we're moving on.
So, Drosharis, you are ripped into the ethereal plane.
No.
Which, like, the best way I've always talked about it is parts of the ethereal plane is it's a plane that's sort of on top of our own. It's very much like sort of what it looks like when Frodo puts on the ring in Lord of the Rings a
Yeah.
little bit. So you are, and just instantly, you just buffeted by all of these, like, all of the years of, like, spiritual and mental presence of this building just seeping into the plane. Now that it's there, it is going to stand up, which will provoke an AOO, but only from you, Jason, because you were suddenly on the ethereal plane.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah.
That's why, like, there are some creatures that, like, whole thing is jumping out of the ethereal plane, grabbing you, and jumping back into it, and it's terrifying. Uh-oh.
50.
Hey.
Is it high enough?
Yeah, it's not a
He's
crit, but it is a hit. Oh, he's
Damn.
prone. But
Oh, yeah,
no,
that's right.
because he's prone. He's not flanked anymore because you're
That's
in
right. We're on a
plane of
different
existence.
plane
But
with this motherfucker.
prone does apply the same effect, but it's not a crit. It's definitely a hit, though.
Okay.
All right. So as it's standing up, provokes an AOO. And, yeah. Uh-oh.
Hit me with that math, man.
We all dance so much when that comes on.
That's true.
36, 4 of it's fire.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah. So you, bam, slam into it. It is going to maintain its hold on you and rotate sort of clockwise down to the south and west, staying within 15 feet of you so it can hold the grab, but getting out of range of other people.
Okay.
And it is then going to, for its final action, pop back into existence down there, pulling
With me.
Yeah, it's not just going to ditch you in the ethereal plane.
I would have.
Look, I have to still run this fucking combat. So Drosharis will stay where he is, but it's his arms are long enough that he just sort of like spirals around you so he can still hold you and then pop back into existence, getting out of that and only provoking one AOO instead of the Bash Brothers experience over here.
Yeah.
Bro's like,
What the fuck?
don't let it grab you. Holy shit.
All right, Val, it's your turn.
Alrighty. So Val is going to reload and then take the free stratagem with the free recall.
Okay, what are you interested in lowering?
I don't know how to phrase this in game terms, but like, why does it heal sometimes and not other times?
Cool. So you feel like it seemed to have fed off of all of your fear, and it seems to be stronger when you're afraid.
Okay. So
makes
she's going to
sense.
yell that. It's stronger when you're afraid. It won't heal as much if you stay strong.
Which
Stay
also, like,
strong.
how cool of a mechanic is that for a monster that, like,
Yeah.
it turns on, like, a healing when certain conditions are on other people?
Oh, I will take the stratagem. It's a natural 19.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
That's
Yeah.
that's a crit, right?
On her
on
dagger.
the dagger, not on the
Oh,
pistol.
damn,
But
okay.
it's a 50 to hit.
So you are shooting?
Yeah.
You're not gonna throw. Okay, yep, that's a hit. It's not a crit, but it is a hit.
Cool.
Very neat. Very neat.
And
Investigators are such an interesting class. Honestly, all of you, I'm loving seeing the different manifestations. Like fighters, the druid's kind of cool. Druid was my very first character I ever
Only
played.
kind of cool.
Nice.
So that's
No, I just mean that like I always thought druids were like, but it's super cool to see the way in which they fill a spellcasting role. But it feels extremely different from like a wizard or something else.
Definitely.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think you're used to druids being like shape change.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And you don't do that. Well, besides the dragon thing.
Yeah.
but it's not a druid.
just that
thing.
little
The druid
thing.
yeah.
35 points of damage on that one. And then
Okay.
she's just going to reload and fire again.
Sure.
Val
Nice
has no
shot.
intention of getting close to this thing at the moment.
What?
I love those peachy frosted die that you have.
Yeah,
those are
yeah.
cool.
Jane got those from a local gaming store here that has the like Japanese style like gotcha capsules or whatever. So like you put tokens in, they pull
That's
it,
cool.
and they have a whole
Oh,
list
that's
for
right. We
different
talked
dice
about that
sets.
last
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
I also really like the other ones I got that have these little seashells in them, but they're so hard to read that I can't like roll them and also
From what I
read them.
remember, right, the lighting is just right where Jason can read them great when you roll, but you can't.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can like see off the side of them with the light from here.
I do think that's a miss at a 39.
Yeah, that's a miss.
All right, that's
Ugh,
it.
This is so.
And I'm not
much
going to take any
fun.
movement, but I could if I wanted to.
All right, Watson, it's your turn.
I think Watson will go ahead and cast Stormwind Flight for 2 actions
Cool.
Okay.
and move to the northwest corner of the room.
All right, so you'll fly over that away,
And
lift
that,
it up on the wind.
that should be 3 actions.
Watson's like, I'm getting the fuck
Yep,
out of here.
Yep.
See ya.
All right, Drosharis. Yeah.
I want to try to break free first.
Okay.
I want
So that's
to
athletics,
break
right?
free.
Yeah, actually, no, it would have dropped you at the end of its turn because it did not take any grab-related actions.
Oh, that's right.
It didn't renew the grab or do anything with the grab. So
Okay.
Oh, you're not grabbed?
he's
No.
no longer grabbed.
Okay.
What are you doing,
I'm
buddy?
going to try to move away, so you're going to get an attack of opportunity.
You're going to stride away?
Yes.
All right, yeah, I'll get an AOL. You're not frightened, though, so I only get 1.
Okay.
That's good.
All right, that's probably going to be a hit, though. Oh, I accidentally clicked out of my notes. How do you feel about a 49 to hit?
Hit.
But not a crit, right? All right. Yeah, it's gonna do with the jaws because the jaws are cool. Does a lot more damage. Oh, those are big fucking rolls. All right, it's gonna be.
Hate when he does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really
It's
excited.
probably a bunch of 3s on the other side.
It's all a mental game.
44 points of damage,
Okay.
piercing damage, and some evil damage that you don't take. As one of the heads just whips out. You all will not get away from me. I am Regent. You are dead. It screams at you.
Not yet.
Drosharis runs away
So
over near
weird.
Watson.
1 move action.
Okay.
And he will... Man.
On deck, Fox. Eagle Knight Fox.
Let's go.
Will... Shit.
Dun dun.
This is tricky.
Yeah. Tricky,
Yeah.
tricky.
Because I have the sunlight in one hand, sword in the other, and I
Yep.
need to pull out a oil of unlife.
Put the sunlight in your mouth.
Only
You
it's
can't-
fire if it blows up.
No big deal.
Can you
I guess
like
I can...
put it down? Does it just
the
need to
sun
be near
thing?
you?
Oh, yeah. I'll do that. I'll set
Yeah,
it down
you-
so that it...
You can drop it as a free
Okay.
action.
And it's
You
not
can
going to
just-
explode.
It breaks. Sunlight's gone.
No, I think you can safely just like set that shit down.
Okay, so I'm still in the range of the sunlight. Pull
Yeah.
out
Now
oil.
it just will not move with you.
Yeah, oil of unlife.
So you-
Take a drink.
Pop that shit out for the rest of your turn. Draw it. Chug it.
Now is not the time, Drosharis.
All right. That's
there
a
also
little
are some moderate healing potions floating around, right?
bit. Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And someone has that written down, hopefully, right?
I mean, I don't have
I
one.
think I have one and Watson has one, is what I thought.
That's
I
what
don't
thought
think
too.
so. Oh, yeah. Wait, I do.
Mhm.
Aha.
Haha.
All right. So you take that
Moved.
oil
Oil.
and you heal. That's your turn.
Mhm.
How much did you heal?
Right. Yeah, how much did you heal?
Only 20.
Okay.
But it's
Hey.
not like a ridiculous thing, right? It gave me half the damage I just got back.
Yeah,
for now.
take it. All right, Fox, it's your turn.
All right, I'm moving up in there.
You're charging in.
Charging in.
All right, so it's already taken an AOO this turn because let's just put the Fox miniature on the ground. We know Fox is flying.
No, we're not going to do it.
No, we worked so hard.
Put me over by the obelisk on that side.
All right, so you come in. Oh, it's right, because you have reach. So you fly in right as Drosharis runs away. Spear out.
I don't like how you say it like that.
Well, I ran away too. So.
And he was
Drosharis
crying.
runs
No
away.
judgment.
Brave Drosharis. Yeah.
Right.
He was not afraid to be, I don't know, stuffed.
He was literally frightened by this thing.
Stuffed?
Sure.
First we're snatching, now we're stuffing. What the fuck is happening on this podcast?
It's a lot of things. Well, then there was the snatch between.
This creature is much worse than I first realized.
It's very pornographic in this room.
We
All
are
right.
earning that.
Does a 49 hit?
Yes. Yeah, 49
Oh, yeah.
definitely
Get
hits.
him.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
Let's
shit.
go. Come on, Hero Lab. Do me right. Oh my god. I have 4d10. I rolled 10, 10, 10, 1.
Whoa.
40,
Damn.
42 damage.
Wait, don't you get your strength bonus as well?
That's with the plus 11.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, because you didn't roll 4 10s, you rolled 3 10s and 1. Yeah, so 42
Yeah.
points of damage, you said?
42 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, I'd say. So
let's-
one action to get in there, which I'm guessing, yeah.
Let's go again.
You've got so
Go
many actions
again.
right now.
Ooh, that's a good roll. Let's see. That is a 43.
Come on. I believe in you. Ah, it's a miss.
Oh man, I rolled a 15. That's brutal.
This thing's very difficult to hit.
And then I will.
Oh, man, this is going to be...
Are you flying?
Oh yeah,
You have to
I've
use an
gotta
action to
maintain.
hover. Yep.
yeah.
Well, he flew over, so...
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
So he's fine.
I'll cast shield.
Oh. Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Vroom, shield goes up. Not a bad spell to cast. All right.
Mhm.
It's this creature's turn. You're all only... This is your third round in, I think.
What are you trying to say?
It looks over at Drosharis and Watson, and it begins to
Shit.
weave a spell. Now, this will provoke an AOO.
Yes,
What
it
the
will.
fuck did we do?
on.
Hit it a lot.
Come on.
We literally left.
Yeah.
Should I roll it out on the table?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
It's all right. It's all
middling,
right.
But it misses. It's a 42. Right. 42 misses.
Yeah, 42 does miss. So you stab down. I imagine it sort of like dodges, deflects a little bit with one of its smaller little mandible arms.
Ew.
And then
Yeah, gross.
the leveled up spell Phantasmal Calamity
Nice.
Oh my God.
goes
Uh-oh.
off on a 30-foot burst,
Mhm.
hitting... And I can only hit 2 of you because you did all spread out.
Thank
so
goodness.
this 30-foot burst of Phantasmal Calamity hits. Visions of apocalyptic destruction fill the mind of each creature in the area. The vision is going to be dealing mental damage.
Boo.
Will save?
Will save.
Come on, Dro. Roll big.
I like that pressure.
This is a
Didn't
big
roll
one.
big.
38.
38. Okay. What about you,
I'm
Drosharis?
going to patch Watson for that because I have 2 and
It's not a bad idea.
yeah.
Let's call that in.
Better. That is a 45.
Do you have resolve?
I do.
It's going to be a crit success on you, but what about
Yes.
Thanks, homie.
you fail?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I failed with, was a 40.
And so as these visions of apocalypse begin to seep into the world around you, tune in next time to find out how this is.
No.
The Live to Die podcast is a production of Live to Die Gaming. Follow us on social media at Live to Die Pod. Leave a review and tune in next week for more. If you like the amazing background audio and music, all that credit goes to Syrinscape. Make sure you check them out at Syrinscape.com.